Okay. Uh, as you are able to see, this is the lecture one. We are going to see the introduction to artificial intelligence and machine learning in this. This is your program elective, and open elective I think is declared or not declared. I think maybe business analytics. The business analytics is also some part of the AI and machine learning is also concerned with AI and machine learning. Okay. Uh, Now, what we are going to see in this presentation. The first point we'll see the data science and machine learning. What is the relation between these three? Second, we are going to see machine learning and artificial intelligence. Third, we are going to see where and when to use machine learning, applications of machine learning, advantages, disadvantages, and challenges of machine learning. Next, we are going to see machine learning mathematics, tools, platforms, and workflow. Next, we are going to see power system applications of machine learning. These are the points to be covered possible in today's presentation. Now, as you have seen, what you are able to see the first is the data science and machine learning. All these three are interrelated. Means for studying artificial intelligence and machine learning, what is important to you is the data because the data is the main part of machine learning. Data is the main part of a data science. And data science techniques also we are going to use. What is the relation between these three? This will be also clear when we go on, go ahead. Now, this is the Industry 4 revolution presently we say. The first industrial revolution was steam-based machine engine in the 18th century. Then in the 19th century, second industrial revolution took place. That is related to our branch, electrical energy-based mass production. The third industrial revolution took place in 20th century, computer and internet-based knowledge. And now we say that fourth industrial revolution, early 21st century. And we call this as a fourth industrial revolution as artificial intelligence information technology based revolution. Here you can see that the 3 points are shown here. Artificial intelligence, big data, IoT and cloud. And one more is there, which is known as a blockchain. These 4 to 5 technologies are going to drive the fourth generation, fourth industrial revolution. Okay. Now, if you see in coming days or at present, what are the 10 emerging job areas? And you will see that first is a data analyst and scientist, second is AI and machine learning specialist, and the remaining software developers and application developers, which goes on. Below this, what you will be able to see the first is data analytics and scientist. Second is the AI and machine learning specialist. Therefore, we will try to concentrate on these two aspects. The now at present, what is happening is we are drowning in the information and starving for knowledge. Now means we are entering in the era of a big data. You may be knowing that the Google gives you free apps and Google collects all the application information from the apps which you use or the social media also. You do not have to pay for using a WhatsApp or a Facebook like this. All these are free apps. And they use your data, they know your interest, and they use it for a business purpose. Means we are and where they store this data, they store this data on cloud. We are entering the era of a big data. For example, there are about 1 trillion web pages. This is also data, information. 1 hour of video is uploaded to YouTube every second, amounting to 10 years of content every day. Means In one day, you can have a content. If you want to see that, 10 years will be needed. That is the meaning of this. This was the old data as such. Nowadays, due to this COVID, I am sure that every day 20 years of data might be uploaded. The genome is of thousands of people, each of which has a length of 3.8 into 10 raised to 9 base pairs, have been sequenced by various labs. Walmart handles more than 1 million transactions per hour and has a database containing more than 2.5 petabytes of information, and so on. Means we are only flooded with data, and data. Data never sleeps. Means everywhere continuously data is going to be generated. How much data is generated every minute? You will not imagine. It goes on generating, and generating. And 90% of all data created is in last 2 years. Means before 2 years, there was no or very less data is generated. Nowadays, data is important than oil. There is a price for a data. If you have phone numbers of 100 people, you will get some money. Are you getting this thing? Now, these are where they are generated, the social network, Tumblr, Amazon, Wikipedia, everywhere you have data. And it goes on generating, it never sleeps. Means the data is not generated such instant you will never see. Now, what are the data sources? The data in terms of files, sources are JSON, XML, CSV, Cool, Google Sheets, Excel, MySQL database. Like this, these are in the form of files. These are in the form of relational databases like table. This is the big data. This is the API. Social media. Means these are the data sources or only some are listed here. Now what are the types of data we have? First is relational data. Tables, transactions, legacy data. Next is the data is in the form of text data. Next, semi-structured data. Next, graph data. Graph data is of a Facebook network like this. Social network, semantic web data, streaming data. Streaming data means on a Netflix, YouTube. These are the types of data. Now, what are the data types? Again, we will see by a different angle. The data types in by angle of maps is vectors. These are collection of features, e.g. height, weight, blood pressure, age, like this. These are in the form of vectors. Or these data can be categorically variable into, can be mapped into vectors. Next is in the form of matrix, image, movies, remote sensing and satellite data, multispectral data. Means if you convert, you can convert image into data, movies into data. Next is a string, in string, document, gene sequence, text, biological sequence, mostly strings are in the form of text. Structured objects, XML, HTML documents, and graphs, wave, gene networks, tertiary structure. The graph means you might have your alumni network like that. The same is there. This is what the types of data, and this data is in the form of either the numbers or text mostly. Anything can be converted into number and text, and format can be used. Now, what are the data problems and opportunity? Whether we are getting the data, all that data can be used, or what are advantages of that data? I told you that data is valuable. What are opportunities you are going to get from that data once you have? Now, data may be incomplete. Suppose I am recording a temperature of any place, and that temperature recorder is supplied by electricity. If the electricity goes, then what will happen? There will be no reading. Means there will be for a particular time or particular instant of time, there will be no data. And what you are calling this as data may be incomplete. Now, what we will do for this if the data is not there? We'll use mean imputation. Means we will input the values of value at that place of a mean value of a previous value and after value. And suppose I am recording a solar radiation every day. Now, suppose at 12 o'clock I do not have a solar radiation data. What you will do? You will take a mean value of previous day and ultimate previous day for that, or a 2 day mean value you will take and put that value there at a missing value. Next is data may be come from different sources. Now there are number of weather station. Again, we will go for the same application. Uh, they are coming from different weather station, or in case of electricity, they are coming from a different substations. Now you may have a different machinery, different methods of collecting the data at a different station. Therefore, what will happen? There will be no compatibility. Therefore, you have to uh, do something for that matching the compatibility. And what we will do? We will adopt a model that only this model will be followed. Therefore, when data comes from different sources, we will adopt a model. This is a solution. Data may be biased. This is very important. Data may be biased means what? The data may be collect now. Nowadays, you might have seen that the teachers, school teachers are collecting, going to each house and taking the information that whether anybody came to your house in last 1 month, whether anybody have a cough in your or a temperature in your house. Now this is the data collection we are doing. But what happens? Suppose somebody, some teacher, don't go to each house and at a just sitting in a house, he will create a database by asking or by just manipulating the thing. Now, what you call this as a this data is a bias. One example is given here: blood samples. These all blood samples will be of a young generation reading this thing. That's why this is a biased data. Problem may be ill-defined, e.g., find information, get information about what user. This is the same again. What you have ill-defined problem is there. Means the problem is not correctly defined. Whether the consumer or the user is interested in what field or what are the user's interest. Instead of that, you are using some different questions to collect the data. This is what you say that problem may be ill-defined. What you will do? Get information about what users really needs. Next is environment may react to interventions. Now this is what butterfly portfolio in stock market. What is butterfly portfolio in stock market is? You must have your money invested in 20% in mutual fund, 20% in real estate, 20% in gold. Like this, all colors must be there. Butterfly is all butterfly have all color. Now you must invest the money or you must have a stock portfolio of all the investment. You must have some money in fixed deposit. You must have some money in cash with you. Now this is known as a butterfly portfolio in stock market. Now what may happen? Environment may react to intervention. Now again, how the environment reacts to this. Now you can see that the gold rates are suddenly increased and they have nearly touched to 60,000, near about 60,000 from 35 to means there is increase of 25,000. Why? Because the industry money are invented in gold only. Because due to COVID, there is a no investment or no production of industry. Like this, the environment reacts to the data. This doesn't mean that always the gold prices will be high. Like this the meaning of this. These are the data problems and opportunities. Now, one more thing I would like to uh, interact with you is what happened now this due to this large data in our life. This term dataism is a point. Means we are insisting more and more on the data. We are not taking our own judgment, or we are not using our own judgment and own logic. What is the example? The Google Map or Google Drive. When you drive, when you want to go to some place, what you will do? You will just start the Google Drive, and as per the instructions given by that GPS, you will go on driving. Means you are not. This was not there previously, even though people were are traveling like this. Or we use some. Suppose if you want to purchase something, what you do online, you see the reviews or what people are using like this. Means we are not using our own judgment and logic presently. Are you getting this thing? That is, but you may find this idea laughable. Remember the last time you went on vacation and followed the instruction of GPS rather than your own judgment on a map. This is happening. And this may take you into trouble many times. Now, we have seen about the data, we have talked about the data. The data starts to drive the operation. Means what is happening now? The data is driving the operation, like GPS is driving you. GPS is driving your travel. The data is starting to drive the operation. It is not the programmers anymore. Programmers are not driving. Now they are not telling you what to do, how to do. The data is uh, driving the operation. But the data itself that defines what to do next. Means the data is deciding what to do next. Now, this is again, will take the example of Google Drive or a Google Map. Now, what happens? Every car or every vehicle is connected to Google Drive, and the Google Drive calculates how each vehicle is, uh, what is the speed of each vehicle. It can calculate because the GPS coordinates are there with the satellite, and also it will calculate in particular area, on a particular section of a road, the speed of all the vehicles has reduced. Now, in such case, what the Google Map or Google Drive will tell you, there is a jam ahead. Are you getting this thing? Means the data is starting to drive the operation. Means this is the one case or example. And what to do next means there is a jam ahead, you take the other route. This, the data itself that defines what to do next. This is the one situation. Or if you are observing a online website like Amazon or this, the what that give you, somebody purchased a, suppose you are purchasing a cooker, then what will come below that? Somebody purchased a frying pan along with this cooker. Means what you are going to purchase, that is also they are telling what you must purchase with this. Okay, that is the case, or that is the meaning, or what this slide want to say. Okay, now we have seen about data. Our subject is AI and machine learning. What are the relation of this data to our machine learning? With the ever increasing amount of data in electronic form, the need for automated method for data analysis continues to grow. Means we are getting data in electronic form. Means what? Even you slide your Facebook page or you open your mobile, the data is generated. Means how much times you have used WhatsApp, how much times you have used Facebook, all that is recorded, and that is recorded in terms of electronic form. Now it is there. Now what is the need? The need is you want automated method for data analysis. Means you have a data and you want to have a automated method. Means suppose a mobile is measuring how many steps you have moved in one day, then what it must calculate? It must calculate how much calories are burned like this. Automatically, it must calculate whether, and your age is also entered in your mobile, your gender is also entered in mobile. According to that, the automated suggestions about your fitness, the app will give. Like this, automated methods for data analysis continues to grow. The goal of now, this is what this sentence is telling you, that you have a data in electronic form. Now, there is a need for automated method for data analysis. Now, who is going to do this automated method of data analysis? Here, the machine learning comes in picture. The goal of machine learning is to develop methods that can automatically detect patterns in that data, and then to use uncovered patterns to predict future data or other outcomes of interest. Means the machine learning, what is the goal of machine learning? Is to develop method that can automatically detect pattern in the data you have, and then to use this uncovered pattern to predict future. Means machine learning, uh, one task you can say is to what? The first is detect pattern in data and to predict future data, or predict some points of interest of a particular domain. You can. Machine learning is thus closely related to the fields of statistics, because statistics is related to data and data mining. Data mining is also related to that data, as the name suggests. But it differs slightly in terms of its emphasis and terminology. Means the data mining or statistics terminology, or the aim of statistics and data mining, is somewhat different than a machine learning. They are similar, but the emphasis and terminology is different. This overflow of data calls for automated method of data analysis, which is what machine learning provides. Means this sentence is giving you what the link between what machine learning and data. What machine learning? What is the link between machine learning and data? Machine learning is used for automated data analysis. I hope this clears you the link between data and ML. Now, in the previous slide, we have seen statistics and data mining or data science. What is the data science? Data science is a multidisciplinary. Here, you can see this. Now, you will see other disciplines are, there some part of other disciplines are overlapping on this data science. This is visualization, statistics, pattern recognition, database and data processing, data mining, KDD. KDD is what you call this both as a KDD. This KDD completely involves or inside KDD data science is there. What is KDD? Knowledge derived from that. Here you have a machine learning AI. Now AI and machine learning have their part overlapped with data. Okay. Now, with this, what we have? We have a domain knowledge. Domain knowledge means suppose a business or share market or medical field. These are the domains. We must have that domain knowledge that we will communicate, present, inquisitiveness means we will inquire what are the things. Then we will solve the problems. We'll find the business analysis from that. We'll decide the business strategy from that. This business strategy is applicable to the domain knowledge. This is this circle from all these. Okay. Uh, Means here we are interested in this AI, machine learning, and data science. We'll go and explore these things. Again, the whatever we have just said now, we are interested in what? This data science, machine learning, or these are the three. This is the domain knowledge, this is the computer science, and this is mathematical and statistical amplitude. Now, the data science is a touching to all three fields, computer science, as well as mathematics, as well as the domain knowledge. And machine learning is outside the domain knowledge, but it is a touching to computer science and mathematical or mathematics, you can say. Research analysis involves what? These two. Data engineer involves domain knowledge and computer science. What is the meaning of this is machine learning. For machine learning, what are the two things needed? One is mathematics, which includes statistics, and what is second, the computer science. If these two things are there with you, you can have machine learning. Are you getting this thing? And for data science, all the three fields are needed. Domain knowledge is needed. Means I hope you will understand here what is the difference between data science and machine learning. For data science, domain knowledge is essential. For machine learning, domain knowledge is not essential. Then what is essential? Only a data or labeled data like this. Only data is required. Okay. Next, these other things we will see related to machine learning in the next slide. Means for machine learning, what is important? Computer science and math. This is the conclusion we are drawn. Now, what is a new term up till now we have used machine learning, machine learning, machine learning. Okay. We'll see now what is the machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data science. As such, artificial intelligence is a larger term. Some part of artificial intelligence is the machine learning, and some part of machine learning is the deep learning. We'll use a larger term here for comparing artificial intelligence with data science. What is data science? Curating mass data for analysis and visualization. Curating means what? Cleaning or means some impurities are there. You make remove that impurity. Curating mass data for analytics and visualization. We want to analyze and visualize something, some data. What you will do first is you curate that data in data science. Means curating of a mass data is one of the work of a data science or a data engineer. In AI, we implement this data in machines. Machine means either in a computer or a robot or algorithm. Next is statistical techniques, design and developments are used in data science. In AI, algorithm techniques, design and development is used. Means here algorithm is used, here statistical techniques are used. Statistical techniques means what? The simple statistical terms, calculation of mean, mode, median, covariance, variance, like this, power spectral density. These are statistical techniques. Next is medium level processing of data takes place in data science. But in AI, high level processing of data takes place. That's why you will know it. You are not able to do generally AI with the help of simple computers. You will need a GPU, a CPU like this thing for AI. Means what is the general difference between data science and AI is a large level, large data is handled in AI and algorithm techniques are used. That's why where the computer science comes in picture. Now, I just said we have compared artificial intelligence and data science. I told you artificial intelligence is a very large term. Now we'll see what is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Here you can see that artificial intelligence or machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a large term. Now we'll see what is artificial intelligence. Now you know meaning of the term intelligence, and it is you know that who has the most intelligence in the world? Only man or woman. You say that women are intelligent as compared to man. The other what you say animals are not intelligent as human. Reading this thing means man is a living thing which is intelligent, and we want to make a not living thing intelligent. And when you are saying you want to make a non-living thing intelligent, then the word artificial comes in picture. And this artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science or a science. or engineering, you may say, or you may say a branch of a data science, which deals with the creation of intelligent systems. Means we want to create a systems which are intelligent, artificial. Intelligent systems are those systems which possess intelligence just like human. Because the first characteristics of human or main important characteristics of human is what? It is intelligence. And we want to make a systems, machines similar to us, having a intelligence similar to a human. This is the artificial intelligence. What is the concept of human intelligence? Since we want to make artificial intelligence, means we want to make the system similar to human intelligence. Just we'll see some things about what is human intelligence. What is that concept? Now, human has an intelligence. We say there are different types of intelligence human have. First, you say that contextual intelligence means contextual means as context changes, when situation changes, the intelligence takes the decision according to that context. And who takes this mind takes it. Emotional intelligence, heart takes it. Inspired intelligence, soul gives you. The physical intelligence, body means suppose there is a heart, who will hot summer, who will sense this? Body will sense this. Or there is a rain, who will sense this? Body. I mean what body? These are the ways of why the human intelligence is there. Okay. Actually, we are interested in the mind-based intelligence only. That's why we'll see mind is related or mind. When we say mind, what comes in our mind is the brain. Yes, we'll see the capabilities of the brain. The brain is able to recognize pattern. Are you getting this? When you see that, then when you see anything, you will immediately recognize that some pattern is there. The example is when you are driving a vehicle on a highway, you recognize pattern. Means when a truck is there, a rectangle, or when sign is there, some signs are there, traffic signs are there. What you do? You recognize the shapes or patterns in that. That is a pattern recognition. Uh, filter. Filter is also capability of brain. Filter means what? You will remove the noise. What are the things of your interest? Only that will be stored, and the other things will not be stored in your mind. Means filtering will be there. That's why many times you will not able to remember sundry things. Suppose, or in case of male and female, male will not remember many things. The reason is he filters many things. He will not remember the thing. This is a filter. Next is associative memory. Associative memory means you relate the thing. Suppose when your uncle or auntie comes, what you call them directly, uh, Rajesh uncle or like this. Means you associate, you have a memory, you go to the memory and you associate the person you have seen, the thing you have seen, or the situation you associate with the thing in memory. The scanner and brain means you scan also the thing and you again compare the thing with memory. Next is the brain as a plastic organ. Means uh, this is what when the age goes on increasing, the the mind become the molding of the mind takes place. That's why it is called a plastic organ. And what happens up to age of 25, your brain is um, goes on molding, and after age of 25, there is no molding of your brain. Okay, this is the for means for young generation there is a molding is there. That's why the companies prefer to have a young people directly recruited in their industry. Okay, we have seen the capabilities of this brain. Now, mind. Contextual intelligence means what? You learn, you think, and make decision what to do. Means if you have only learned and if you don't think, there is a no meaning. If you have learned, you think and don't do anything, you don't decision take any decision, that is also of no use. Means all these three, when you do, then it is called as a mind contextual intelligence, and these are needed for uh, contextual intelligence. Means if the situation changes, your decision also may change. Okay. Now we what we want to make a machine similar to a human intelligence. Human intelligence in brain. The machine is computer. That's why we'll see what is the difference between, or we'll compare these two things. The brain occupies 2% of body mass. Okay. And the brain at least consumes 20% of the body oxygen. See, it is occupying 2% but consuming 20% of the body oxygen. These are the things which are very essential to understand. It consumes 20 watts of power. The brain has a neurons more than 10 raised to 12 and 10 raised to 13 to 10 raised to 19 switchings take place per second. Switching means this is a similar to on transistor. It's on and off, on and off. We can see that is the meaning of switching. I hope if you have seen the Thakur madam that neuron video, then how the impulse is generated on and off. We'll understand. Now we'll see computer. Uh, Computer has a one Neumann architecture. You need air-conditioned environment, dust-free environment. Of course, we are talking this about the thing like a data center or a high computing computers. For them, air-conditioned environment and dust-free environment is needed. It requires a few watts of power, more than 20 watts. And the computer has a more than 10 to 9 transistors. Of course, it is a VLSI, 2 to 3%. And it has more than 10 to 18 switching per second. In the switching is a more similar. Okay. This is the difference between brain and a machine, human and a machine. Now, what is the we have seen the concept of artificial intelligence. Now, at present, where is the artificial intelligence? At what stage artificial intelligence is there? We are here. Means we are far away from making the machines similar to human intelligence. We have just started. That's why we are calling this as artificial narrow intelligence. After 20 to 30 years, we will go here artificial general intelligence. And nearly 50 years are needed to go here artificial super intelligence. Now, what are these narrow, general, and super artificial intelligence? That we will see. The narrow artificial intelligence. Now, this is dedicated to assist with or take over specific tasks. When you say narrow, you are not observing a larger thing, only some part you are observing or studying. A specific task you are uh, studying. That's why it is known as a dedicated or a narrow task or a specific task. Only lift the thing like this or just to open the gate or close the gate. Only this, opening or closing the gate like this. This is narrow. General artificial intelligence means it takes knowledge from one domain and transfer to the other domain. Here, narrow intelligence was even not for a one domain. It was only for a particular single task in a particular domain. In general intelligence, what you are expecting, you are taking a knowledge from one domain and transferring to other domain. Super AI means what? It is order of magnitude smarter than humans. Means this super AI means you want to be more intelligent than human. That is a super artificial. We'll again see the detail about this, how, what are these types and how they will progress. This is, I told you, we are here. Narrow intelligence is artificial intelligence that specializes in one area. It is a machine intelligence that equals or exceeds human intelligence, but in one specific area. Reading this thing, it is equal to or exceeds human intelligence, but not in all area. The man has the intelligence nearly in more than one area, we can say. But narrow intelligence has the intelligence in only one specific area. Example is smartphone apps, spam filters, Google Translate, Google Search are all examples of them. These are what? Narrow intelligence application. What is general intelligence? Artificial general intelligence refers to a computer that is as smart as a human across the board and that can perform any intellectual task that a human being can. Means general intelligence is a what? Intelligence similar to a human. And the third is super intelligence means artificial super intelligence is an intellect that is much smarter than the best human brains in practically every field, including science, creativity, general wisdom, and social. Artificially super intelligence ranges from a computer that just a little smarter than human to one that is a trillions of times smarter across the board. Means our aim is this super intelligence. We want to be more intelligent than human in all fields. Reading this thing, this is a progression of artificial intelligence. Next, we will see artificial intelligence classification. It is classified as by a different angle. Artificial intelligence is classified as a symbolic intelligence. You call it as a classical AI. What are the example? Natural language processing, search agent, prologue, computer vision, like this. This you call as symbolic intelligence. Next is the computational intelligence, the study of adaptive mechanism to enable or facilitate intelligence. Intelligent means what? I told you, learn, think, and take decision. Decision making, behavior in complex and changing environment based on a mathematical model